Trump's triumph, how he axed the $5 billion green scam. The recent decision by the U.S. Department of Energy to terminate a nearly $5 billion loan for the Grain Belt Express project has stirred significant debate and concern. This project, which aims to create an extensive transmission line stretching almost 800 miles, is designed to transport wind energy generated in Kansas through Missouri, ultimately reaching the borders of Illinois and Indiana. Originally, the Biden administration had granted a loan guarantee for this initiative in 2024, but the department has now rescinded that support following mounting pressure from state officials. In its announcement, the Energy Department stated, "It is not critical for the federal government to have a role in supporting this project." This statement raises questions about the government's involvement in renewable energy projects and the balance between federal support and state interests. One of the most vocal opponents of the Grain Belt Express has been Missouri Republican Senator Josh Hawley. He has sent several letters to the Energy Department advocating for the cancellation of the loan, primarily due to concerns regarding the project's use of eminent domain. In a letter dated June, Hawley expressed his belief that the department should take every possible measure to halt the loan, arguing that it would not only protect taxpayer money, but also preserve generational farmland from being taken from families and hardworking farmers in Missouri. Adding to the controversy, Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey recently announced an investigation into the Grain Belt Express, citing a history of alleged misinformation and broken promises associated with the project. This investigation underscores the growing scrutiny surrounding the initiative. The Grain Belt Express had previously received approval from Missouri regulators in 2019, allowing it to utilize eminent domain. Over the years, various court rulings have upheld the project's legitimacy, and it has gained approval in all 4 states it traverses. According to the company's website, the transmission line represents a substantial $11 billion investment in infrastructure. It is designed to transport an impressive 5,000 megawatts of energy, which is comparable to the output of 4 nuclear power plants. The company claims that this project could result in savings amounting to tens of billions of dollars for energy consumers. In a letter addressed to Energy Secretary Chris Wright, Jim Shield, Vice President of Grain Belt Express, criticized the opposition, describing the project as a target of egregious, politically motivated lawfare. He emphasized the increasing challenges of constructing energy infrastructure necessary to meet America's energy goals, stating, "The Grain Belt Express is a test of America's will to build." Interestingly, the company argues that the project aligns with former President Donald Trump's energy dominance agenda, as it is not limited to renewable energy sources alone. This assertion could spark further debate about the direction of energy policy in the United States. As of now, representatives from Invenergy, the project's owner, and Grain Belt Express have not provided immediate comments regarding the recent developments. This situation raises important questions. Should the government play a role in supporting renewable energy projects, or should such initiatives be left entirely to private entities? What are your thoughts on the use of eminent domain in projects like the Grain Belt Express? We invite you to share your opinions in the comments below. DOE cancels $4.9 billion loan guarantee for Grain Belt Express. Taxpayer alert. Billions in loan guarantees just got pulled. But was it the right call? Imagine being on the hook for nearly $5 billion in taxpayer-funded financial assistance for a single energy project. That's exactly what the Department of Energy, DOE, just dodged by terminating its conditional commitment for the Grain Belt Express Phase 1 project. This high-voltage direct current, HVDC, transmission line aimed to bridge the gap between Kansas and Missouri's wind and solar capacities. The backstory: a rushed decision? In the final days of the Biden administration, the Loan Programs Office, LPO, issued a flurry of conditional commitments, including the one in question, valued at up to $4.9 billion. Fast forward, and after a meticulous review of the project's financials, the DOE has concluded that the necessary conditions for issuing the guarantee are unlikely to be met. Moreover, they've determined that federal involvement is not crucial for this project's success. A new era of fiscal responsibility? This move signals a shift towards more prudent management of taxpayer resources. The DOE is undergoing a comprehensive review of all applicants and borrowers, scrutinizing nearly $100 billion in closed loans and conditional commitments made between Election Day 2024 and Inauguration Day 2025. The goal? Ensuring every taxpayer dollar serves the best interests of the American people. This renewed focus on risk tolerance and expanding access to affordable, reliable, and secure energy aligns with President Trump's pledge to lower energy prices for Americans. But here's where it gets controversial. While the decision may be seen as a victory for fiscal conservatism, it also raises questions about the future of renewable energy projects in the U.S. Will this stricter lending approach hinder the growth of solar and wind energy? Should the federal government play a more significant role in supporting these initiatives, even if it means assuming more risk? We want to hear from you. Do you think the DOE made the right call in terminating the loan guarantee for the Grain Belt Express project? Should the U.S. prioritize renewable energy projects, even if it involves greater financial risk? How do you envision the balance between energy dominance, affordability, and environmental sustainability playing out in the coming years? Share your thoughts in the comments below.